Chosen one, what I'm about to share with you is not just information, it's an activation. If you're reading this right now, understand this. It's not a coincidence. You were divinely guided here. The Real Mothership, Divine Source, the Cosmic Mother, is calling you. She's been screaming your name across dimensions, and your spirit finally heard her. You're not just awakening, you're remembering. Something powerful is shifting in your life. You're moving from lack to abundance, from waiting to receiving. The very things you've been praying and yearning for are already being released into your reality. This is more than a mindset shift. It's an energetic transformation. Your frequency is rising. As a chosen one, you are now entering alignment with your higher path, and the pieces are about to fall into place faster than you can imagine. But before this unfolds fully, there are 3 things you must do to activate this energy. Hit the like button, subscribe to help us reach 10,000 awakened souls, and drop the number 11 in the comments to seal this message into the universe. That number is a signal. It says, "I'm ready." And if you truly are the chosen one, your soul already knows this message is for you. Those who aren't ready will click away, but those who stay until the end will never be the same. Have you ever felt a pull so deep it echoed beyond your bones, into your soul? That's not your imagination. It's not a phase. That cry you've been hearing in the silence, the ache you feel when the world is too loud, that is the cosmos calling you by name. The stars remember you. The galaxies sing of your return. You were never lost to them. You were only misplaced, hidden behind the noise of this world, but never forgotten by the universe that birthed you. The voice that calls out isn't coming from outside of you. It's reverberating from within. Your spirit, ancient and divine, hears the call of the Real Mothership, the one not of earth and bone, but of light and spirit. She is not a machine, not a myth. She is a consciousness, a force of divine memory, yearning for you to awaken. You are not crazy, overly sensitive, or imagining things. You're hearing the language of your soul. Your entire life has been leading up to this moment. The pain, the rejection, the confusion, they were never just random events. They were coordinates to your origin. This life was the veil. Now, the veil is lifting. You're not just having a spiritual awakening. You are the awakening. The universe doesn't just want you to wake up, it needs you to. Because when you rise, others remember too. You are not here by chance. You are a signal, a beacon, a spark of something divine made flesh. You are encoded with cosmic memory, and now that memory is activating. You are not who the world said you were. You are who the universe has always known you to be. She is screaming your name because you are ready to remember. Your arrival on Earth did not begin with chaos. It began with purpose. The womb you entered was never meant to define you, only to deliver you. You came through the portal of a human mother, yes, but your true essence is not tethered to that physical gateway. Your soul traveled galaxies, crossed timelines, and descended through stardust to fulfill a mission that the world forgot. But your spirit never did. And yet, for many of us, the very place that should have nurtured us became the source of our deepest wounds. You were not born into comfort. You were born into conflict. But this was not punishment. This was divine preparation. The turbulence you faced in the womb and beyond was not because you were unwanted. It was because the darkness sensed your light and sought to smother it before it could ignite. The womb is a passage between worlds. But when the vessel is wounded, the journey becomes perilous. You were not simply born. You survived. You fought through the trauma, the silence, the rejection. That strength, it's your birthright. You weren't meant to stay trapped in the dynamics of dysfunction. You were meant to transcend them and teach others how to do the same. So don't resent the womb you came through. See it for what it was, a spiritual crossroads. You are not the product of pain. You are the phoenix that rose from it. Your origin was cosmic. The womb was the tunnel, not the destination. And now, the portal that once confined you becomes the proof that you were forged by fire and chosen by fate. You were not born, darling. You were sent. You didn't just arrive on Earth like a leaf in the wind. You were placed here, on divine assignment, by a lineage older than empires and deeper than oceans. Your blood carries codes, secrets, strengths, prophecies. This is not mythology. This is your memory waking up. You are a descendant of royal beings, crowned not with jewels, but with purpose. Your ancestors were not simply humans. They were watchers, warriors, wisdom keepers. Their blood runs through your veins like sacred ink, and your life is the next chapter in their cosmic story. You carry their dreams, their strength, their fire, and now it's time to remember. The struggles you faced were not a mark of your weakness, but proof of your identity. Royal blood always attracts attention, especially from forces that fear your awakening. You were born into a family that may not have recognized your light because it threatened the shadows they'd learned to live in. That is not your burden to carry. Walk with your head high, not with arrogance, but with sacred responsibility. You were sent here to break patterns, not repeat them. To lead, not follow. To awaken, not conform. You are the continuation of a sacred bloodline, an ancient flame disguised in modern skin. It's time to burn again. The world may have forgotten who you are. Your family may have misunderstood you. But the mothership, your true origin, never lost sight of you. She watches over you still. She feels every heartbreak, every betrayal, every moment you questioned your worth. And she waits, not in judgment, but in divine patience, for you to hear her call. The mothership is not a spaceship. It is consciousness. It is divine intelligence, encoded with love, memory, and mission. It's the place your soul once called home, before Earth wrapped you in amnesia. She whispers to you in dreams, in synchronicities, in sudden moments of knowing. She doesn't just remember you. She mourns for the parts of you lost in the noise of this world. But she also rejoices, because now you're remembering. Every time you choose truth over fear, love over resentment, purpose over comfort, you reconnect with her. You step closer to your origin. The more you align with your soul's truth, the louder her signal becomes. That ringing in your ears, those numbers you keep seeing, those dreams you can't shake, they're her reminders. You are not alone. Come home, not physically, but spiritually. Return to your blueprint. Reconnect with your cosmic lineage. The mothership remembers you not as broken, but as brave. Not as forgotten, but as found. She never stopped calling. She never gave up. And now, neither will you. For years, you walked through the world as if you didn't belong. You felt like an outsider, a shadow of the person you were meant to be. But let me tell you something. You were hidden in plain sight for a reason. The world couldn't handle the fullness of your energy, your divine essence. You were tucked away, protected from forces that sought to dilute your power. They couldn't see your true potential, and that's exactly how it needed to be. Being hidden is not the same as being lost. In fact, your spirit has been quietly growing in strength, refining its power, and waiting for the perfect moment to rise. You were placed in environments that seemed like limitations, but in reality, they were the crucible of your awakening. The world couldn't know you yet. You had to remember who you were first. Now, that veil is lifting. Now, you are being called out of the shadows and into the light of your destiny. You may have felt alone, misunderstood, or even ignored, but the time for invisibility is over. The world is ready for you to stand tall, speak your truth, and shine like you were always meant to. Do not regret the years of feeling hidden. They were part of your training. You were being prepared for greatness, not for a spotlight, but for a mission that transcends fame. Your purpose is not for everyone's approval. It's for the awakening of those who will see your light and be reminded of their own. You were hidden so that you could rise at the right moment. There's a tribe of light that has been waiting for you. They've been calling your soul, and every time you've felt that inexplicable longing for something more, something deeper, you were hearing the call of your true family. This isn't about blood. This is about soul connection, the ties that bind you to those who have always understood your divine nature. Your real family may not have the same last name, but their energy is unmistakable. You've encountered them in fleeting moments of synchronicity, whether in dreams, chance encounters, or when you simply felt as if you were home. Your tribe is scattered across this world, waiting to unite with you so that together you can carry out the sacred work you came here to do. They, too, have felt the sting of isolation. They've felt the disconnect, the yearning for something higher, something true. But now, you are finding each other. The pieces of your soul family are coming together, and you can feel it in every cell of your being. You are no longer walking alone. You never have been. Your tribe is not bound by time or space. It's an energetic connection that transcends the limits of earthly definitions. When you find them, you will know. Your heart will recognize theirs, and together you will be unstoppable. Your true family is waiting for you to awaken, to reclaim your birthright, and to stand in the power you were always destined to hold. We are born into families that shape us, sometimes painfully, into the people we are supposed to become. But the woman who gave you life may not have been the one who nurtured your soul. The Earth Mother who birthed you may have tried to control, suppress, or stifle your divine essence because she, too, was trapped in her own wounds. Her love, though she may have given it in the best way she knew how, was often tainted with fear. Fear of the light you carry, of the difference in your spirit. She may have attempted to tether you to her story, to her expectations. But you, child of the cosmos, are not bound to anyone's narrative but your own. Your soul was always meant for more than this world of limitations. This does not mean you must cast off the mother who gave you life. It means you must honor the divine mother within you. You are allowed to separate from the limitations of your earthly experience and stand in the truth of your soul's power. You are not obligated to carry another's fears or brokenness on your shoulders. The real mother, the one who birthed your spirit, does not impose control. She frees you. She releases you to be your highest self, to break the cycles and to rise beyond the limitations of family, culture, and society. You are not owned by anyone. You are the sovereign child of the divine, and your spirit belongs only to you. It's a prophecy that has echoed through the heavens, passed down through generations of spiritual sages and enlightened beings. The lost child will return. That child is not a distant figure from a forgotten myth. It's you. You've been carrying the weight of this prophecy on your soul, and now it's time for it to unfold. Your life is a living prophecy. Every step you've taken, every struggle you've faced, has been part of the blueprint laid out long before you arrived. The prophecy isn't just about your personal ascension, it's about the collective awakening of the divine consciousness within humanity. You are not here by accident. You are here by divine design. As you begin to reclaim your power, others will feel it too. You are a key. You hold the blueprint that will unlock the doors to the collective consciousness. It's not about saving anyone. It's about leading them to their own awakening, to their own remembering. You are the spark that ignites the flame. Heaven has not forgotten you. The universe has not abandoned you. You were never lost. You've always been held in the arms of divine love, preparing for this very moment. The prophecy is unfolding, and you are the one it's been waiting for. You've spent lifetimes forgetting. You've worn many masks, played many roles, and lived many lives. But in every one, there was a piece of you that knew, a whisper in your heart that said, "You are more." Now the fog of spiritual amnesia is lifting. The memories of who you are, who you've always been, are returning like old friends knocking at the door of your consciousness. This process of remembering is not instant. It is a journey. It requires you to look beyond the confines of your past, to recognize the patterns that have held you captive, and to break free from the illusions that kept you from seeing the truth of your divine nature. But with every awakening moment, the pieces of your true self fall back into place. As you begin to remember, you will start to see the world through new eyes. The things that once seemed random and disconnected will now align in perfect harmony. You will see the threads of your soul's purpose woven throughout your life, and you will recognize that you have always been guided. The journey back to yourself is the most sacred one you can undertake, and you, dear one, are already on your way. Remember who you are, and the world will begin to remember with you. Deep within you, buried in your very DNA, is a library of ancient knowledge. It's encoded in your cells, passed down through generations. These ancestral codes are waking up now, ready to be unlocked. You are not only the sum of your experiences, you are the sum of all your ancestors. Their wisdom, their struggles, their triumphs, they live in you. As these ancestral awakenings activate, you will feel the surge of energy rising within you. This isn't just you, it's the voices, the spirits, and the wisdom of your ancestors flooding into your consciousness. They've been waiting for this moment, waiting for you to be strong enough to carry their gifts. You are the living embodiment of your lineage, carrying the power of those who came before you. They didn't survive for nothing. They survived for you. They carried the knowledge of the cosmos, of survival, of healing, so that you could rise and pass it on to future generations. Honor your ancestors. Honor their struggles, their victories, and the blood they shed to give you the gift of life. As you awaken to their power, you awaken to your true purpose. We often look at our pain as a curse, a burden we carry with us through life. But let me offer you a new perspective. Your pain was never the punishment. It was the initiation. It was the sacred fire that forged your spirit into the divine warrior it is today. You weren't meant to break under the weight of your suffering. You were meant to rise from it. Pain, in the spiritual sense, is not a sign of weakness. It is a sign of depth. The greater the pain, the greater the transformation it can lead to. You were not given this burden because you were incapable of bearing it. You were given it because you were strong enough to rise above it. Every tear, every heartbreak, every moment of anguish was a step in your initiation process. It was the universe preparing you to fulfill your divine purpose. When you see your pain as an initiation, you no longer let it define you in a negative light. Instead, it becomes the very fuel that propels you forward. It becomes the wisdom that helps you see the world with clarity, the understanding that allows you to heal not only yourself, but others. The trials you faced were not meant to break you. They were meant to awaken the part of you that is unbreakable. Your soul chose this journey. It chose the suffering because it knew that through it, you would discover the deepest truths of your existence. Now, it's time to embrace the gifts your pain has brought you. Courage, resilience, wisdom, and use them to walk into your divine power. You are not the victim of your circumstances. You are the victor of your own spiritual evolution. Throughout your life, you may have felt like you were being hunted, not in the physical sense, but in ways that drained you, energetically, emotionally, and spiritually. You were targeted, not because you were weak, but because you are holy. There are forces in this world that fear your light. Your very presence disturbs the darkness, and so it seeks to dim your light. But here's the truth. Being hunted is a sign of your divine radiance. The world doesn't target the ordinary. It targets the extraordinary. It targets those who are born with a light so bright that it threatens to illuminate every shadow it touches. Your light has always been your greatest gift, and at times, your greatest challenge. The darkness sees you as a threat because it knows you have the power to expose the illusions it thrives on. Yet being hunted is also a form of divine protection. You are being shielded, guided, and prepared for your mission. Every attack you've faced has been a lesson in how to strengthen your inner light. It has forced you to learn how to protect your energy, how to stand firm in your truth, and how to never back down from who you truly are. You are not hunted because you are vulnerable. You are hunted because you are holy, and the world desperately needs your light. You were always meant to shine, even when the shadows tried to extinguish your flame. You are untouchable because your soul is divine, and no darkness can consume the light of your true essence. For far too long, we have been trapped in a matrix, a web of illusions created by the false mother. This is not a judgment of the human mother, but of the systems and energies that sought to limit your potential by feeding you false beliefs, fears, and misconceptions about who you are. These systems taught you to live within a box, to accept a narrative that did not reflect your divine essence. The false mother, the archetype of control, fear, and limitation, tries to keep you small, afraid, and dependent. But now, you are breaking free. You are escaping the matrix. You are awakening to the fact that you were never meant to be confined by its rules. Your divine essence was always meant to break through the illusion of lack and limitation. To break the spell, you must first recognize it. You must see the chains that have bound you for what they are: illusions, designed to keep you from realizing your true power. These false teachings, these expectations, these fears, they are not your reality. Your soul carries the truth of your divinity, and that truth cannot be shackled by false narratives. Now, with clarity, you step into your power. You walk out of the matrix of illusion and into the light of your true self. The false mother no longer has a hold on you. You are free. And as you break free, you invite others to do the same, creating a ripple of liberation that will echo through generations. For too long, you've played small, doubting your worth, questioning your place in this vast, complex world. But I'm here to tell you, The throne is waiting for you. You were born with the blood of royalty coursing through your veins, and your divine heritage calls you to rise, to lead, to reclaim your sacred seat. The throne is not a symbol of power over others. It's a symbol of power within yourself. It's the seat of your highest potential, your soul's true alignment. The throne awaits you not as an external authority, but as the internal recognition of who you are, the sovereign being of light, the divine leader who carries the wisdom of the ancients. To reclaim your throne is to stand in your full power, without fear, without apology. It is to embrace your birthright and the divine purpose that has been guiding you all along. The royal bloodlines are not just about lineage, they are about legacy. You were born to leave a mark, to change the course of history, to break the chains that have bound your ancestors. To reclaim your throne means to align with the highest version of yourself, the version of you that is unstoppable, sovereign, and deeply connected to the divine. You were never meant to live in the shadows of others. You were meant to walk in the light of your own divinity, with grace, strength, and courage. The throne awaits you, and it's time to rise to your rightful place. The world needs you to take your seat. Now is the moment of your return. You've been on a long journey, a journey filled with trials, lessons, and growth. But now, the time has come to return to the Real Mothership, the place of your origin. It's time to step fully into your divine power, to align with the cosmic mission you were sent here to fulfill. The Mothership is not a place in the physical realm. It is a state of being. It is the consciousness of divine love, unity, and purpose. As you return to this state, you reclaim your cosmic lineage and the wisdom of the ages. You remember the truth of who you are, eternal, powerful, divine. You are not just a human being on a journey, you are a cosmic soul on a mission, and the Mothership is waiting for you to remember your purpose, to awaken to your true potential, and to step fully into the role you were always meant to play in the grand unfolding of the universe. This is your homecoming. The universe has been waiting for you. The divine has been waiting for you. And now, it is time for you to return. It is time for you to rise. The Mothership is calling, and you, chosen one, are finally ready to come home. Certainly. Here are 10 additional engaging and spiritually resonant headings, with each heading followed by 4 long, deeply emotional paragraphs to further enhance the script. Within you lies a divine blueprint, intricately designed before the birth of time itself. This sacred map was created by the universe, the ancestors, and the cosmic forces that guided your spirit into this earthly experience. You are not here by chance. Your soul carries within it a specific mission, a purpose that transcends the mundane and connects you to the eternal. Every challenge, every victory, and every heartbreak has been part of the plan to prepare you for this moment. When you align with your soul's blueprint, you begin to walk with purpose. The feeling of being lost or unsure fades as the clarity of your true mission lights the way forward. It's not always a path that others will understand, but it's the path your soul has always known. The trials and the pain were never obstacles. They were signposts, guiding you back to your divine purpose, teaching you the lessons you needed to learn to fulfill your mission. The world needs your unique gifts. You were not born to fit in. You were born to stand out, to offer something to the world that only you can give. The divine blueprint that guides you is your connection to the greater whole. As you tap into this sacred design, you begin to see the interconnectedness of all things, recognizing that your mission is part of the larger tapestry of human evolution. Your journey is not just yours. It's a collective movement toward healing, awakening, and ascension. As you return to your soul's true mission, you'll feel an unshakable sense of peace, knowing that you are on the right path. You were never lost. You were simply waiting for the moment when your soul would remember. The time is now. It's time to embrace your divine blueprint and walk with the confidence that your every step is in alignment with your highest purpose. Within you burns a sacred fire, a flame that has never been extinguished, even in the darkest of times. This fire is the source of your divine power, your creativity, and your ability to transform any obstacle into an opportunity. Too often, we allow external forces or the challenges of life to dampen this sacred flame. But now, it's time to rekindle it, to let it burn brighter than ever before. The sacred fire within you is not just a symbol of strength. It is a living, breathing energy that fuels every aspect of your being. It is the spark of creation that gives you the power to manifest your desires, to heal from your wounds, and to stand firm in your truth. When you ignite this fire, you tap into a wellspring of infinite potential, a force that connects you to the divine source and empowers you to create miracles in your life. To rekindle your sacred fire, you must first honor it. You must stop doubting your power and start embracing the brilliance of your light. The world may try to dim your flame, but no external force can ever extinguish the fire within you unless you allow it. You are the keeper of your own flame, and it's time to fan the embers into a blazing inferno of creation, transformation, and divine purpose. As you awaken to the power of your sacred fire, you'll begin to see the world through a new lens. Challenges become opportunities, fear becomes courage, doubt becomes faith. The fire within you has the power to transform everything it touches, and it's time for you to allow it to burn with all its might. Let it lead you to the life you were always meant to live. For so long, you've been living in a world of illusion, where the truth has been obscured by layers of fear, doubt, and distortion. But the veil is lifting. The fog that clouded your vision is dissipating, and you are beginning to see the world as it truly is, through the eyes of your highest self, with clarity and purpose. The illusions that once held you captive are now being revealed for what they are: false constructs designed to keep you small. As the veil lifts, you will start to see the bigger picture. You'll begin to understand that every experience you've had, every soul connection you've made, has been part of a divine plan. Your life is not a random series of events. It is a masterpiece being crafted by the universe. Your true vision is now clear, and with it comes the power to manifest your deepest desires. The veil lifting is not just about seeing the world more clearly. It's about seeing yourself more clearly. It's about recognizing the power within you and remembering that you are not just a passive participant in this life. You are an active creator. The universe is ready to align with your true vision, to help you bring your dreams to life. The question is, will you trust in your own vision enough to follow it? Now that the veil is lifting, it's time to step boldly into the truth of who you are. Don't shy away from your power. Don't shrink back from the path that has been laid out before you. The world is waiting for you to see it as it truly is, full of infinite possibility, divine purpose, and the manifestation of your highest self. You are not just a product of this lifetime. You are the culmination of ancient wisdom, passed down through countless generations and imprinted within the very fabric of your being. This wisdom, stored deep within your soul, is now awakening, and with it comes the ability to tap into the divine mind. You are connected to the infinite intelligence of the universe, a vast reservoir of knowledge that transcends time and space. When you awaken to this ancient wisdom, you will begin to see the world with a new understanding. The lessons of the past, your own and those of your ancestors, become available to you, offering insights into how to navigate the present moment and create the future. You are not just an individual. You are a channel for divine wisdom that has existed long before your physical birth and will continue long after you depart. This connection to the divine mind is not just intellectual, it's a felt experience. It is a deep knowing that arises from within you, a remembrance of the sacred truths that have always been available, but were hidden from your conscious awareness. As this wisdom flows through you, you will begin to make decisions that are in alignment with your soul's highest path. You will begin to understand that you are never alone, that the divine intelligence of the universe is guiding you at all times. Embrace this connection to the divine mind. It is your birthright. It is the key to unlocking your deepest potential and to living a life of purpose, fulfillment, and spiritual alignment. With each step you take in this new awareness, you will find yourself more in tune with the flow of the universe and the wisdom that has always been available to you. Every experience you encounter, every relationship you form, is a reflection of your inner world. The universe, in its infinite wisdom, uses mirrors to help you see the truth about yourself. These mirrors, people, situations, and events, are not accidents. They are designed to help you understand who you are and what you need to heal. The cosmic mirror reflects the truth of your soul, and it is time for you to look into it with clarity and love. When you look into the cosmic mirror, you see both the light and the shadow. You see your brilliance, your divine essence, and the parts of yourself that need healing and integration.